everybody. I'm Matt Winzenried with the Matt Winzenried Real Estate Partners here in Fitchburg. And I'm proud to be with my friend Tim O'Brien here with The Healthy Place. If you haven't been to Tim's shop, it's right in, one of them is right in the parking lot here of Target here in Fitchburg. So right down the road for many of you. So wanted to have this opportunity for you guys to get to know Tim a little bit, just to get to know one of your neighbors. So Tim and his family are West Siders. They've purchased and sold homes here on the West Side, and one of his store locations is right here in Fitchburg. So a great person to start off this whole new interview process of getting to know your neighbors with. So Tim, thanks for taking some time out today to join us.
Dude, Mr. Matt, thank you for thinking of me. And this is a super fun chance to get connected with you. So I appreciate you thinking of me.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those who are watching who haven't had a chance to come to your store, tell us a little bit about what your store is all about and what you guys do.
Yeah, my mom fought through cancer when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and much of her recovery was through natural alternatives. So us kids growing up, we just firsthand watched the story with my mom through her process. She got a job at a health food store, and we would work with her often at this health food store because we were homeschooled. So we were always kind of hanging out together. And it just became a part of my DNA as I grew up. And I'd watch her talk to customers and deal with other men and women that are dealing with cancer similar to hers, and watch her take their hand and walk them through and just point out under their doctor's supervision, like, here's some natural alternatives that really help me, and I think they can help you. And then other areas too, like chronic pain and stress, anxiety, depression. So just natural alternatives in general became a part of my DNA, and I just watched them work a lot of the time for people. So then when Becky and I, I'm jumping over some stuff, but bottom line, in 2009, Becky and we just got married. We're like, hey, let's prayerfully consider starting our own health food store, because I realized at that point that that's what I wanted to do. And so we jumped into it, 2010, June, let's open a health food store that can impact, empower, and educate Fitchburg. And let's get Madison healthier. And so that jumped, now we have 4 stores in the Madison area and a website, and we do it all together. So Becky is my wife of, goodness, almost 13 years now. And we try to inspire people, and it's all about their health, minimizing suffering, and launching and improving quality of life.
Yeah, that's awesome. And your products have been super helpful in my life as well. I've been taking vitamin D throughout the winters and just seen a great uptick in energy and
I can tell, Matt, you have a glow, you have an aura around you right now.
That's right. That's that vitamin D, specifically from the Healthy Place. One thing that I want to point out, which I think is super valuable given today's climate, is that you guys deliver. So people don't feel comfortable leaving the home or going into stores and stuff like that. You guys have some awesome looking vehicles driving around town. Is that right?
Thank you. Yeah, dude. So this is funny because like 6 months before COVID hit, we're like, we should set up a same day delivery program, and we should make it free service for people. And we should set up a live chat on our website, findyourhealthyplace.com, where people can just be sitting in their homes. We have 4 kids, so we know how it's like to be like stuck at home with babies and how it's hard to get out of the house. And maybe we can create a live chat on our website to just have a consultation on, hey, my energy is really low. What's something natural I can take that would help strengthen my adrenal glands, lower stress, and boost energy? And we can have these consultations online. And then 6 months later, COVID hit. So, we already had in place, thank the Lord, curbside pickup and same day delivery and live chat on our website, which are some cool features that my team has been doing really well with.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, great timing on having all that ready to go. Where everybody else was scrambling to play catch up, you already had that all ready to go. That's great. That's great. Well, the focus on this magazine and this interview is on the west side of Madison and Fitchburg. So obviously your flagship location is here in Fitchburg. What did you love about Fitchburg? What drew you here that made you open up your shop here first?
Yeah, dude. It was how do you explain a vibe? I mean, Fitchburg, we got a cool vibe, dude. I mean, it's probably you're probably just like a radio, but there's a sense of like community here. the farm, there's still like open space in different parts of Fitchburg, and it's so close to Madison, yet it still has its own like entity, vibe, and identity. So Becky and I just really liked it, and we had done a number of our shopping at like the Target, Super Target over here, and Pick and Save, Cops Foods, and we were living fairly close, right in the Fitchburg area as well. So it was like, let's have it close to our house. And so those are kind of all reasons that we played. And then just looking at the demographics of, you know, where are other health food stores and where do we think we can make the greatest impact? And like you said, Fitchburg's been our flagship. It's our #1 store. So woot woot, go Fitchburg. Thanks for the support. And those are the reasons why we did it.
That's great. You talk a lot about your family. I know you guys have a newborn as well, as do I. Congrats on that,
dude.
Yeah. Wanted to ask, like, for Fitchburg and the general west side of town, what do you guys like to do as far as activities with your family here?
Oh yeah, love. So yeah, to get people up to speed, we have 4 kids: Rosemary, who's 10, Oliver, who's 8. Henry's 6, and little baby George starting over at 0. And we love walks. I mean, we can't really do it in the freezing tundra with a newborn, but we love walks on the Ice Age Trail. Kids have scooters and they just scoot back and forth while Becky and I try to keep up. We love biking. So whether it's a trailer for those who can't ride, like this coming spring, we'll be hitting the trails, the kids on their bikes, and us, we just love getting outside, breathing in the fresh air. We have a tiny bit of land that Mr. Matt helped us purchase. So 15 acres that we can just run around and cause some trouble on our little foresty area. So just getting outside best we can and playing games together, you know, all of that, just a blast.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Ice Age Trail. I mean, I remember it from, 15 plus years ago, and how much it's changed and how much it's improved even since then. It was more rustic 15 years ago when I first started riding my bike on it and stuff like that. But it's now,
they really have invested, and it's like a part of the community here. It's been pretty cool.
Yeah, this little section right over here for sure. Yeah, it's a great asset for sure. So I'm glad you guys take advantage of it. Well, cool. Just one more question here for anybody listening. For your expertise and background, what are some tips and tricks that we have that you would suggest to people just to have a healthier lifestyle? Is there certain supplements? Is there certain things that you would suggest that people are missing?
What I would want to get out there is this basic understanding. You know, I grew up in this industry, and after dealing with enough thousands of people, you start to find out we all have health conditions time to time. We all have some level of concern for our health, whether it's, you know, fatigue or stress, anxiety, depression, sleep issues, gut digestive problems. You know, I've dealt with asthma my whole life. I've dealt with eczema skin, and I've found that just everybody has some concern for their health, even if it's basic things like, hey, I want more natural energy, but I don't want to consume caffeine. I would want you to know that, you know, there's natural alternatives that really do work. And a lot of the times the drugs can treat a symptom and hurt the body, you know, side effects. And much of the times there's natural alternatives that can treat that exact same symptom, but help the body and strengthen the body. So across, you know, the decades of growing up in this industry, it doesn't mean I'm a doctor or pharmacist. I don't pretend to be. My wellness consultants don't pretend to be. You just start to find out what brands and specific nutrients work. And that's our expertise, is which brands and supplements really work. So I'd love to invite Fitchburg, if you haven't already, next time you have a health question or concern, either pop on findyourhealthyplace.com, hit that live chat, ask the question, because questions are the beginning of a fork in the road that could better your life and your quality of life. If you know anybody that's dealing with chronic pain, I just received an email last night, something as basic as comfrey cream. It was $15. She called in on my Ask the Expert on my radio program on Wednesday mornings, and I recommended comfrey cream. She's like, hey, Tim, this is last night. I sent an email. You know, my mom tried the comfrey cream. She's 90 years old, put it on her knees. It started working in 5 minutes. As she stood up, she was pain-free for the first time in years. And I'm like, I sent it to Becky right away. I'm like, this is amazing. And I just said to this younger lady, imagine if more people knew about just basic natural alternatives. So I'm on a total mission, Matt, to improve the quality of life, maximize the quality of life. I would love for Madison, Wisconsin to have the lowest, drug rate in the nation. And part of that would be because of us, and the longest life expectancy and a vibrant life. I really like life and living it to the fullest. And if we can encourage our community to just care about themselves, like people forget that their life matters, that their life is worth fighting for, that their health is worth fighting for. And that's what Becky and I try to be here in Fitchburg, to remind them.
That's awesome, man. Fitchburg's lucky to have you guys there, just to be a resource and encourage them, and and being knowledgeable of all these things that can help them without having to take medication. So thank you for being such a joy and vibrant personality here in Madison and here on the West Side. And again, thank you for just your awesome shop right here in the parking lot of the Fitchburg Target, right next to Elements Massage, and kind of across the parking lot from my office and my house.
We wave to each other.
That's right. It's a great setup. Well, Tim, thanks again. I think people know how to reach out to you if they have other questions, so people please do. He's a great resource, as well as all of his other consultants at the shop. So thanks, Tim. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Appreciate it.